Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Xbox 360 or the PS3? Which one have you chosen? Or do you have both? Well, you're lucky if you have both. I have 4 Xbox 360s, and I'd rather have 4 Xbox 360s than one PS3, at least at this point in time. I've got a lot of reasons why, but one of the reasons is because they're great to network with one another, as well as with my Windows machines throughout the network. And, oh, look at that! It's the red ring of death! See, that's not my desktop. That's actually Mool212's desktop. We're using GoToMeeting to share each other's desktops, and right now he's going to be doing things on his screen and browsing around on his computer. We've got about 26 people connected to the GoToMeeting, and if you want your special rate on the GoToMeeting software, you can go to gotomeeting.com/Chris Pirillo. That's a special rate we set up just for you if you're a member of our community, either on YouTube or at live.pirillo.com. Now, the reason why we're talking about the Xbox 360 right now in this particular video is because I've got a top 5 tip list for the Xbox 360. You know, I like getting top 5 tip lists submitted by you, the greater community, or you know, if you're watching this video, you're a part of the community whether you want to be or not. And we take top 5 lists related to technology topics, gaming topics, internet, software, hardware, not internet, not technology related in any way. Any kind of top 5 list that we can share with the community would be wonderful to have. You can email me, chris@pirillo.com. So Pete Chapman sent in the top 5 tips for the Xbox 360. 1. Go wireless. If you can afford to go wireless, I strongly suggest you do so. Not only is it a more pleasant gaming experience, but you'll save a fortune on AA batteries with a rechargeable one that comes with a wireless control pad. See, I still got the AA batteries in there. Well, I better upgrade, at least according to Pete. Plus, on another note, it's one less thing to trip over, as long as you have, the wireless unit itself. And if you have a wireless receiver on your Xbox, you can plug this into quite a lot of hardware by USB and use your Xbox 360 control pad to operate your PC, at least games on your PC. Number 2, keep it legal. A lot of people these days are getting their Xbox 360s chipped, hacked, jailbreaked, or whatever it's called this week. I know it sounds like common sense to keep it legal, but you'd be surprised how many people are attracted to the cheap, chipped games. The problem arises when you choose to play Xbox Live because you can't go live once your Xbox has been hacked. At least you can't here in the UK, and if you ask me or any other Xbox 360 gamer, Xbox Live is what it's all about. So keep it legal. And Mool, by the way, feel free to browse around. Show us your favorite Xbox 360 sites in the background. I think we've seen enough Red Ring of Deaths. Oh, and by the way, I heard a tip. If you get the Red Ring of Death on your Xbox 360, allegedly, you can put a damp towel over it for about 15 minutes and then take it off, and this thing might disappear. Now, that's just hearsay at this point. I've never had a Red Ring of Death, but if you have, try the damp towel trick, and it might work for you. That's a little bonus tip. Bonus tip! Number 3, factory reset. I know this sounds unfair, but as we know, Microsoft are well known for bugs, glitches, and crashes. I mean, what software company on the planet isn't? Well, there's no exception to the Xbox 360 as they get them too. Every once in a while, my Xbox 360 will freeze, crash, and sometimes even restart itself. If these problems become more and more apparent, like they did on mine, perform a factory reset in System Preferences, and it might cure the issue. It certainly worked for me and my friends. You don't lose any saved data, and your logins and gamer score are kept as they were. All in all, a surefire way to knock these problems out and on its head. Number 4, clear your cache. For a while, I was struggling in logging into Xbox Live on a game because I needed to download an update. The update I downloaded never worked, and you go round and round and round in circles until you throw your console out the window. Well, not literally. Anyway, this is a really useful piece of information, and hardly anyone knows about it, and it's easy to do. It can be done by going into the dashboard, selecting System, Memory, and then pushing the Y as shown on the screen, the Y button. Then use the button code XX, left bumper, right bumper, XX. Then select Yes to perform the maintenance, then try the update again. The update should now install just fine, and you shouldn't have any problems logging on to Xbox Live. I hear this even frees up a little memory, which is always great. I have never tried that myself. I've never cleared my cache on the Xbox 360. I'm just going off of what Pete Chapman says, and to this point, it sounds like he knows what he's talking about. Number 5, HD, SD, get your settings correct. Upon buying my 42-inch plasma television, I was... Boy, it seems like this red ring of death doesn't want to go away. Is Mool okay? All I'm seeing is this red ring of death here. Poor guy. I think we fried his computer. Sorry about that, dude. Upon buying my 42-inch plasma television, I was running into my Xbox 360 under the setting of 480p. I couldn't quite figure out why the resolution wasn't as good as my friends. And because I was a newbie to all this technology and settings, as 80% of the market are, I didn't know that I wasn't getting the full potential of the high definition. And after 5 minutes on Google, I came to the conclusion my settings weren't correct. Now, I know it sounds stupid, but I just didn't think to check, and most people don't. So, when you get your Xbox 360, whether it's being hooked up into a 720p plasma or a 1080i LCD, make sure your settings are correct. You can do this again in settings, where you can alter your screen resolution, because trust me, a lot of people are running their Xbox 360 consoles through a great television and not using them to their potential. Not only do you have to change the software setting, which admittedly I had to do at one point too, but there's a switch on the connector. As long as you're connected the right way through the right cables, there's a switch on the connector that will switch it between standard definition and high definition. So there's a hardware toggle as well as a software toggle. In terms of which is better, 1080i or 720p, it might depend on your television. However, on all my plasma, yes, I have more than one plasma screen. I got them cheap. What can I say? I have them set at 720p because I can't see the difference between 720p and 1080i. And tell you the truth, I can't even see the difference between 720p and 1080p. Maybe it's just me. Who knows? Anyway, Pete, really appreciate these top 5 Xbox 360 tips. If you have top 5 Xbox 360 tips or 360 tips, that may be related to similar items that Pete brought up, or maybe you've got top 5 PS3 tips, top 5 PSP tips, top 5 DS tips, top 5 anything not related to gaming tips. Email me, chris@pirillo.com. It's not that hard to do, trust me. And I'd love to read them back to the community at large, because, we love digesting information on a daily basis. Speaking of daily basis, we've got a chat room happening right now. It's always online. We are always online. Talking tech, typically, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, at one place alone. And that is right there. You see it right underneath the logos there? I got little rotating logos. Those are our sponsors. Can you see it right below there? What does it say? What does it say? That's right. Live.Pirillo.com. We'll see you later.